Vasudeva sutam devam
Vasudeva sutam devam
Kamsachanooramardhanam
Kamsachanooramardhanam
Devaki Paramanandam
Devaki Paramanandam
Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum
Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum
Namostute Vyasa Vishala Buddhe
Namostute Vyasa Vishala Buddhe
Pullaravindayata Patra Netra
Pullaravindayata Patra Netra
Yena Tvaya Bharata Thaila Purna
Yena Tvaya Bharata Taila Purna
Prajwalito Jnanamaya Pradipaha
Prajwalito Jnanamaya Pradipaha.
The Mahabharata is an encyclopedia. It's a text for the whole humanity. And whatever you want to see, whatever story you want to see, whatever dimension of the story you want to see, it is contained in Mahabharata. It gives a guidance for a ruler. If you are a king, how to be king, how to rule. There is a message for the kings. If you are a subject, what are the rules for the subjects? It's contained. Student, and if you are a friend, and if you are a teacher, and if you are a disciple, and whatever dimension you are a family member, there is a message for that one. Whatever story you want to see, it is already contained in that one. And that is called as Bhara. Bhara means heaviness. Mahabharata. That text is so heavy that in the pan, if you keep Mahabharata on one side, all the religious texts of all religions on the other side, this Mahabharata will weigh more than the other one. The pan where Mahabharata is sitting, it will go down. It is heavier than the other text. That is why the name Mahabharata. The Bhara, that it got immense weight. It's all text together cannot be compared to Mahabharata. The beauty of Mahabharata was composed by none other than the Lord. Nobody can comprehend that type to write down. To write down, it is not an ordinary person he is written. The difference between Mahabharata and Vedas is called as Apaurishaya. It's not written by anyone and it is called as Apaurishaya. Whereas Mahabharata is composed by Vedavyasa. He is composed by none other than the Lord itself. And though it is Apaurishaya, Mahabharata is even regarded as it is higher than Vedas. It is called as Panchama Veda. And to understand Vedas, you need to use Mahabharata as a background. Otherwise, your direction will be misled. You need a direction. Mahabharata, it is regarded as the foundation text even for the Vedas to understand. It says even the Brahma, Chaturmukha Brahma, his lifespan is billions of years, 3.14 followed by 10 zeros, 304,000, 31,104 followed by 10 zeros, his lifespan. Such a long lifespan, even it is said, he is still contemplating on the real meaning of Mahabharata. He hasn't found the depth of Mahabharata yet. He is still contemplating, what does it mean? What does it mean? What did it signify? What Vedavyasa really intended when he was conveying this one? It is appearing, it's for ordinary small students, it is very interesting. They understand in a different plane. Even if it's a great scholar, they will be pondering, what does it mean? What it is trying to convey the message. And the crux, the central piece of Mahabharata is Bhagavad Geeta. Bhagavad Geeta, again, it's a Lord Himself speaks about Bhagavad Gita. It is central piece. It is contained in that one. And the Lord Himself is talking to the disciple Arjuna. Arjuna is the disciple. At the beginning of the battle war, before the war, he was very arrogant of his accomplishment, and with our arrogance, our learning stops. Sri Krishna wanted to bring him back to the reality, ground reality. Many times when we are successful in our life, we lose the ground reality. We think, I am unstoppable. That is what Arjuna was thinking, unstoppable. And deliberately, Lord in the battle, deliberately placed his the chariot so that he can see who he will be fighting the battle with. There he saw his grandfather, uncles, teachers, and brothers, cousins, everyone. Then, because all of a sudden, the cloud of the moha means delusion, came to him. He started identifying with himself with my friends, my family, my grandfather, my guru, my property, and the attachment. He started getting attached to the things. Earlier, he was so powerful, and when he got attached, he became helpless. And helpless, his best, he could not bring out his best. And he surrendered to the Lord. He said, I am your disciple. Please guide me. He did not appoint Sri Krishna, you are my guru, teach me. He did not say, you are my guru. And it is not, I don't care, you are my guru, teach me. He said, I am your disciple, please enlighten me. There is a difference. Though the meaning is the same, but there is a humility. Arjuna did not say, you are my guru, please tell me. And he said, I am your disciple, please enlighten me. And then when he submitted himself, Lord expounded on Bhagavad Geeta. Bhagavad Geeta, it has 18 chapters, and in the Mahabharata has 18 sections. It is called as Parva. Parva means like Parvata. Parvata means mountain. It's a folded mountains. One mountain opens up again. There is a difference between Giri and Parvata. Giri means single mountain and stand alone. And Himalaya is called as Parvata. Parvata means it starts with one and again starts another. A folded mountains is called as Parvata. One you try to climb and it opens up into another. It opens up into other. Parvata. It is called as Himalaya is called as Parvata. Mahabharata has 18 Parvas. 18 Parvas, and Bhagavad Geeta has 18 chapters. And Mahabharata war was fought for 18 days. 18 days, it's fought with 18 battalions. 11 on Kaurava side, 7 on Pandava side. Again 18. 18, and in Srimad Bhagavatam has 18,000 shlokas. 18. It is the 18 gets repeated. 18 indicates a divine number. 18 the numerologically, if you want to see, 1 and 8. 1 in Sanskrita, there are masculine letters, feminine feminine letters and neutral letters. Neutral letter starts with Yara, Vasha. It's a neutral, and feminine letters kaka gaganga, cha cha ja ja nya, and up to ma. And whereas masculine, I to aha, masculine letters. And in the 18, 1 represents the neutral ya, and 8 represents ja. Kaka gaganga, cha cha ja. Kaka gaganga 5, cha cha ja 8. 8 and 1. And in Sanskrita, that numerology is written other way. 1 and 8, and ya and ja, it has to be told reverse. That is, it indicates ja ya. 18 indicates victory. Jaya means victory. 18 indicates victory. Mahabharata means victory. Bhagavad Geeta means victory. And Srimad Bhagavatam means victory. It is a divine number. It's not an ordinary victory. This I seem to be winning, but in my life I lost. It's not lost. If you want to win the game of your life, life is a long battle. It is not just one event. I can't say that because of this event I have won. It is not. Life is like a parvata. Opens up. Another opens up. If you want to come out victorious in your life, take shelter in Mahabharata. Take shelter in Srimad Bhagavad Geeta, Srimad Bhagavatam. And so, if you take shelter, victory will be yours. And that's why I have to read Bhagavad Geeta. I want you to be victorious in life. That is the intention of Veda Vyasa. It's the intention of Lord. Everyone must come out victorious in their life. Sometimes, yes, I may seem to be losing, but don't get bogged down. Come out victorious. And in the we are covering, we covered 15th chapter and 12 chapters, chapter 15 and 12, and we entered into the 17th chapter. 17th chapter, Arjuna asked the question, and some people seem to be well educated. They know the scriptures from back to front, front to back. Ask them to quote anything, they can pick up any quote and they can interpret, and they can bring out the meaning. Some people, though text is there, they don't read the text at all, but still they are very faithful in doing. They do faithfully. And some people, even though well educated, why they behave this way in the society? And many people, they say that person is well educated, but still why that person is behaving this way? And person is not at all educated, but still very dedicated. Why that person is acting this way? And Arjuna asked the question, some people that it's whether well educated or not read, people act according to their own nature. My nature cannot be changed. Everyone has a unique nature. Unique nature in the 14th chapter we covered. The unique nature, that nature cannot be changed, and we seem to be applying the covering, coating on the inner nature. Like medicine, some very bitter medicine. To eat that one, what the pharmacy people they do, they apply the sugar coating on the outside so that I don't feel the bitterness. It's a coating. My nature, if I am in the company of some people and somehow I have to go to a Gurukula and I stayed for 5 years, 6 years, or I am in a company of some people, my nature is bad. Somehow I put on the coating of the sweetness. But inside I am what I am. And sometimes it's a very bitter, and inside I am sweet, but somehow got entrapped with the wrong company of people. I am a good person by nature. Somehow the coating of a bitterness, wrong company, I behave in the society, it's again a quoting. And it's everyone behaves ultimately everyone behaves according to their own nature. That nature, it cannot be changed. If I have a bitter gourd seed, however much sugarcane juice I put every day, and my intention is when the plant comes out, the bitter gourd, I want that one to be sweet, not bitter one. However much sugarcane juice I put, still it will be bitter gourd. This Sri Krishna, continuing on the 14th chapter, he says, everyone acts according to the nature, the three nature. One is sattva, rajas and tamas. Sattvic is sweetness, and the rajasic is it is compared to be spicy hot, and tamasic is bitter. You can compare to that one. Or if you are comparing to the fire, the brilliance of the fire is called as the sattvic, and the smoke in the fire. If I am burning something and I want to get the light, the accompanying along with the light, smoke also comes. If I am burning a firewood, smoke also comes. Smoke part is called as rajasic. And the firewood itself, and after it is burning and after it has burnt, the what remains, it is called as tamasic. It cannot be burnt. The three parts are there: sattvic, rajasic and tamasic. Everyone acts according to their own nature. Shraddo ayoyam purusho yo shradda evasa. And it is says, you are what your nature is. I may have a very beautiful name. My parents would have given me some beautiful name, thinking that this person will develop that quality. But whatever name, it's only the name. But inside, you are what you are. It cannot be changed. It was demonstrated in the Duryodhana, he learnt many mantras. He went to many gurus and many Durvasa Rishi, many rishis he went, and he acquired many mantras. Every day in his house there was a yajnashala. Every day there was a fire ceremony was there, and he was doing the oblation. Mantras he appointed the priests, and everything from outside. How great, how religious person this person is. Every day fire ceremony, priests are there, but he himself, that you don't judge a person if that person is going to temple every day or place of worship, church every day or Gurudwara every day. Don't think that by just his outer action, don't think that that person from the what he is doing. There is an intention, it may be only the mask. Inside the mask, you don't know what type of person is that one. Only the outer mask. I may be pretending that I am a very religious person. I put on all the tilaks and I go to all place of worship around the world. I go and I tell people I went there, I am very blessed. And it is only the outer mask. Inside, you have to realize the inner inside. The purpose of all sadhana, all yoga, you have put on so many masks. This mask, it's only to impress others. Have you understood yourself? You have to understand. Though Duryodhana put on various masks, Yajnashala, this one, Havan and Puja, every day, priests and all mantras. He said he knew thousands of mantras. He mastered thousands of mantras. But he was what he was. He could not be changed. Even Lord Sri Krishna went there to ask him to change. He said he won't change. His grandfather, Vedavyasa himself came and told him, and he could not be changed. It was given in the Mahabharata. And here also, suppose many people, some students have told me their children, they are not listening to them, and just think of the Mahabharata story. Every seed is different. Every fingerprint is different. Everyone is their own. Whatever you tell, ultimately they do their own. And in the beginning, the best in you won't come out. If you start crying, my son, why he has become like this? My daughter, why she has become like this? No point in crying. Everyone has come to tread their own journey. Everyone on their own path. And only my efficiency will come down if I start brooding. My attachment to my children, my attachment to my wife, husband, why my husband is not joining yoga. I told many times he is not joining. Why my wife is not at all interested in yoga. I told many times. Everyone is unique. Everyone acts according to the nature. However great is the environment, they will tread their own path. That is the message of yoga. And only that why Bhagavad Geeta, if that is the case, why Bhagavad Geeta is required. Bhagavad Geeta is required. Why then Bhagavad Geeta? I am my own nature. Why required? And suppose by hearing, if I am putting on the wrong company, by hearing some of us get alert. No, that is not right. This is my path. Somehow, if I put on a wrong mask, by hearing that one, it helps into throw away that mask and realize myself. It helps in realizing myself. And some sattvic people, that some glorious people, somehow if they got trapped in a wrong company, it helps them to, it awakens them. No, this is not right. I should be here. If I am the person by myself is tamasic, I may seem to be attending Bhagavad Geeta class to impress others and to pick up some quotes or pick up some sentences to bring out my own interpretation and condemn the Bhagavad Geeta. I can do that one. Some people may be attending to pick out the mistakes. What teacher says, to prove that is wrong, I am right. Some people, it is the purpose of Bhagavad Geeta, why you should be educated in a right path. If you are a right person, in case by chance, if you put on a wrong mask, it helps you to take off that mask and tread the right path. Repeat the mantra, shloka, Arjuna Vacha.
Arjuna Vacha.
ये शास्त्र विधिमसृज्य यजन्ते श्रद्धयान्विताः तेषां निष्ठा तु का कृष्ण सत्त्वमहो रजस्तमः सत्त्वमाहो रजस्तमः सत्त्वम अहो ओ लॉर्ड रजा और तमः and musrujya srujya, it's a meaning of srujya is tyajya, one who doesn't follow the injunctions of the scriptures, behaves his own or her own way with faithfully, and whatever text says doesn't care. Maybe it is there, I can quote something, but I myself do not follow. And that person, is it a sattvic type, rajasic type or tamasic type? Shri Bhagavanu Vacha.
Shri Bhagavanu Vacha.
Trivida Bhavati Shradda.
Trivida Bhavati Shradda.
Dehinam sa svabhavaja.
Dehinam sa svabhavaja.
Satviki Rajasi Chaiva.
Satviki Rajasi Chaiva.
तामसी चेति तां शृणु
तामसी चेति तां शृणु
सत्त्वानुरूपा सर्वस्य
सत्त्वानुरूपा सर्वस्य
श्रद्धा भवति भारत
श्रद्धा भवति भारत
श्रद्धोमयोऽयं पुरुषो
श्रद्धामयोऽयं पुरुषो
यो यश्रद्ध एव स
यो यच्छ्रद्धा स एव स
यजन्ते सात्विका देवान्
यजन्ते सात्विका देवान्
यक्षरक्षांसि राजसाः
रक्षांसि राजसा
प्रेतान् भूता गणांश्चान्ये
प्रेतान् भूतान् गणांश्चान्ये
यजन्ते तामसा जनाः
यजन्ते तामसा जनाः
The good people, they worship the beauty, the light and glorious, beautiful. And Raksha, the path is very hard, they don't mind the path, but goal is noble. The Rajasic people, Rakshansi, they worship the influential people, political, whoever is influential, money, power, whatever, for them, goal is important. How quickly I reach the goal is important. Whereas Sattvika people, goal, time is not important. It may take 5 years, 10 years, whole life. Lives to come, I don't mind. I want the right goal, I am willing to tread. Rajasic people, no patience. I want the quick. The means is not important. I want the quick results and whatever means, money power, muscular power, it's political power, whatever, that Yaksha Rakshansi Rajasa. And Tamasic people, goal itself is wrong. I want to destroy that person. I don't care. I want to eliminate that religion. Only my religion should exist. I don't care. And this goal itself is wrong. My goal itself is wrong. And the path I take also, to do that one, I need negative energy, negative people. And I invoke all the negative forces to me achieve my goal. And the Tamasic people, they do the sadhana. It is no sanction of the scriptures. They seem to be doing severe austerity and days together they do that one with the intention. There is no sanction of the scriptures. The sadhana, you have to, in the previous classes also I said, if you want to do the sadhana, you have to do it as per the guidance of the scriptures. To understand the scriptures, you need a teacher. If you buy whims, by your own means, wrong teacher, wrong imagination, and if I am doing the sadhana, you are not only torturing yourself, you are torturing the divinity within you, and you are torturing the people around. That is a tamasa. And Shri Krishna says they are asuric type, they are of the demonic type. Ashastra vihitam goram
अशास्त्रा विहितं घोरं
tapyante etapo janaha
तप्यन्ते ये तपो जनाः
damba ahankara samyuktaha
ढम्बा अहङ्कार संयुक्ताः
kamaraga balanvitaha.
कामरागा बलान्विताः
Again, ashastra vihitam goram
अशास्त्रा विहितं घोरं
tapyante etapo janaha
तप्यन्ते ये तपो जनाः
damba ahankara samyuktaha
ढम्बा अहङ्कार संयुक्ताः
kamaraga balanvitaha
कामरागा बलान्विताः
karshayanta sharirastam
कर्षयन्ता शरीरस्थं
bhutagrama-machetasah
भूतग्रामामचेतसः
mam chaivanta sharirastham
मां चैवान्तशरीरस्थं
tan vidya asura nischayan
तान् विद्या असुरनिश्चयान्
aharasvapi sarvasya
आहारस्त्वपि सर्वस्य
trivido bhavati priyaha
त्रिविधो भवति प्रियः
yajnastapa tata dhanam
यज्ञतप तथा दानं
tesham veda imam shrunu.
तेषां वेद इमं शृणु
My liking for my food changes as my nature. If I start unmasking myself, my taste for the food also changes. Earlier, I was drawn to certain type of food. As I realize my sadhana, through my sadhana, I start taking off the mask. My desire for some type of food, craving for some type of food stops. And if I have put on some other mask, some other nature, my food according to my nature. The food, what Sri Krishna says, that you type of food you eat according to your nature. And in Chandogya Upanishad, it talks about the food, what we eat also, and where you eat, and who cooks, all plays a role. I mentioned last week a story of Bhishmacharya. And when in the battlefield he told Draupadi, all my blood has purged out now, my memory has retained. Earlier I could not protect you. In the chamber of in the Dhritarashtra, because I was eating food given by Duryodhana. Source itself is wrong. And for us, and we, in the name of the busy life, we are so busy in our life, no time to cook, and we are on run, and we are on mission, and so busy in our life, everything, and on drive-in, and McDonald's drive-in, everything drive-in, quick food, or Uber Eats, everything on, it's a takeaway, we don't want to cook anything. And we eat, and what we eat, any quick one, anything, our meal, some pizza, some burger, and I don't know, I want to stuff something into my mouth, and that is my food. Shri Krishna says, and the food what you eat, it will have an impact on your mind also. In Chandogya Upanishad says, the food, the gross part of the food has three components. Gross part comes out undigested as a stool. And mid part of the food goes into your flesh and bones. And goes into your flesh. And the fine part of the food goes into your mind. What you think is depending on what you eat. Jaisa an, aisa man. And you are what you are eating. And if I am eating the wrong stuff, my thinking also will be bad. And in the drink also, the type of drink I drink, it has an impact on my thinking also. That's why the police, if I have drunk, police do the breath test. Breath test to see whether whether I have consumed the alcohol and driving. And the gross part of the drink I drink, it comes out as urine. Mid part of the drink, it goes into my bloodstream. And the fine part of my drink comes out as my breath. That's why they do the breath test. To confirm that one, they take the blood sample. Police, they do the blood sample. And the drink also has three components. Not that drink whatever you want, doesn't matter. I am very thirsty, drink more alcohol. No, that is what advertisers say. But what you drink, it has how you speak depending on what you drink. If you want to speak, the clarity in speaking should be there. The drink also should be pure. Alcoholic person, there is a slur in his or her talk. The speech gets defiled. There won't be any purity in the speech. They get defiled, and drink the right one. And the fire part, some food, when you eat, it has to give the energy, awaken the fire, like ghee or honey. When you take, it goes into the bloodstream straight away. They get absorbed. There is no wastage. Whereas in the drink and food you eat, there is a lot of wastage is there. You should be mindful of what you eat. Best food best food is home cooked food. Try to cook. Cooking should not be lavish also. Some people, they say, I am so bored eating the same food again and again. I am so bored. I want to eat something different. I want to go to restaurant. I want to go to someone's house. And I am so bored. And in the scripture says, why I am bored in my life? Bored because I have put on lot of mask. And the bored, I am not satisfied with my mask. I want to put on the mask. There won't be any boredom for a person who has gone deep within. For him or her, there is no boredom. And whatever I eat, I relish. Whatever I eat, tongue is no longer a ruler. I enjoy every moment, every food. It is good. Every food is good. And that is what Sri Krishna is driving us. Don't be a slave to your tongue. I am so bored by eating the same food. I want something different. And Sri Krishna is driving us. Tongue is not the ruler. Tongue is not the king. Don't put on the various masks and go within, unmask. When you are satisfied within, when you are no longer feel lonely in your life, then whatever is food is available, good food, sattvic food, simple food, I am satisfied. And 3 types of food, and he talks about, last week I touched upon, Ayusattvam Balarogyam,
Ayusattva Balarogya,
Sukha Priti Vivardanaha,
Sukha Priti Vivardanaha,
Rasya Snigdha Sthira Hridya,
Rasya Snigdha Sthira Hridya,
Ahara Sattvika Priyaha.
Ahara Sattvika Priyaha.
That the food, the person who has unmasked and sattvic by nature is drawn to the healthy food and nourishing food, succulent food, juicy food, and nourishes the muscles, tissues, increases the lifespan, and fresh food and the firm food. That type of food, the sattvic person gets drawn naturally. Ayusattvam, full of nutrition, and the food make sure that it doesn't make the mind dull. Ayusattvam, bala arogyam, bala strength, your health improves, happiness increases. Sukha Priti Vivardanaha. There is no constipation after some food. When you eat so rich and you feel constipation, stomach bloating, acidity problem, gastric problem, and though it may be tasty and results in gas formation, acidity, indigestion, and it is not a sattvic food, easily able to digest. When you eat, the food should not remain in your stomach more than 3 hours. If it is remaining more than 3 hours, that means it's not a sattvic food. It will have a repercussion on your health. It should not stay long. It should be easily digestible. That sattvic person gets drawn towards that one. Easily digestible food. Not a heavy food. 5 course, 10 course meal, so much the eating and no combination. Hot food, cold food, I eat that one and finish it off with ice cream on the top and cold drink, and it has an effect on the health. The food what you eat, it should be warm, not from the fridge, not drinking right from the fridge. And when you are drinking the cold thing, cold water from the fridge or cold food from the fridge, when you eat, take it from the freezer and eat, the fire in the body, it douses the fire. And also when you eat heavily up to the neck, as if this is the last meal, up to the neck I have eaten, you notice after you eat, you feel very dull. you want to lie down. There is no energy. The fire in the stomach has extinguished. Don't eat such a way that it puts off the fire. And it's in the stomach, you have to fill only half of that one with the food, solid food, and quarter by liquid, and 1/4 you leave it open for the air. And that the chamber, that the definition they have given, and not to overstuff yourself. And half solid, 1/4 with the liquid, and 1/4 empty. And Ayu Sattvam, repeat after me. Ayu Sattva Balarogyam.
Ayu Sattva Balarogya.
Sukha Priti Vivardhanaha.
Sukha Priti Vivardhanaha.
Rasya Snigdha Sthira Hridya.
Rasya Smigdha Sthira Hridya.
Ahara Sattvika Priyaha.
Ahara Sattvika Priyaha.
Next, Rajasic type. That Rajasic, Sattvic means their focus is fixed and they are very steady in their life. Rajasic one is very temperamental, very emotional, and very unpredictable, very wavery type, very unstable people. And what they do, Rajasic people, they seem to be this, for them I mentioned the goal is important, means is not important. What type of food they prefer. And like quick, everything got to be quick. Cooking also from the freezer, from the ready to eat, and everything ready to eat. Everything. Katva amla. Lavana ati ushna.
Lavana ati ushna.
Tikshna. Ruksha. Vidahinaha. Ahara rajasa ishta. Dukkha shoka maya pradaha. The sattvic food, it increases the happiness. Rajasic food, it talks about, it gives nothing but sorrow in their life. Disease, sickness, sorrow. And after eating, I should not have eaten. No more. I won't eat any. This is the last time. Next, I won't eat. And come next week, I'll buy the same thing from the shop. And it's no more. And Katva amla. Lavana ati ushna tikshna. Ruksha vidahinaha. Ahara rajasa syeshta. Dukkha shoka maya pradaha. Katu, very katwa is very hot. It's in the meal also I add extra pepper or extra chili on the top. Katwa, very hot. Amla, very sour, and I add extra tamarind to my cooking. Very sour, very spicy hot. Katwa, ambala, lavana means too salty. I want salty food. Extra salt, I add extra salt. And I don't like bland food. I want extra salt on that one. And ati ushna, and too hot. And too hot, I can't touch also. I want to eat very hot. Very hot, right from the oven. I want to eat. Ati ushna. Tikshna. Ati ushna tikshna. Very sharp. And very hot, very sharp. Sharp food. And ruksha vidahinaha. There is no vitality in that one. Though no nutrition in that one. But I want very hot, very salty, very sour, and very hot, and no nutrition. I don't care. It's only that I am living for my tongue. I don't care. Even if I die 10 years before, I don't care. And I want to enjoy my food. Ruksha Vidahinaha. Ahara Rajasa Ishta. Rajasic people, unsteady people, and the emotional people, and people subjected to emotions. And for them, imbalanced people, they are drawn to this type of food. Again, Katwamla Lavana Ushna.
Katla amla lavana ati ushna.
Katwamla Lavana Ati Ushna.
Katva amla lavana ati ushna.
Tikshna Ruksha Vidahinaha.
Tikshna ruksha vidahinaha.
Ahara Rajasasyeshta.
Ahara rajasa seshta.
Dukkha Shoka Maya Pradaha.
Dukkha shoka maya pradaha.
Then other type, the tamasic people, what type of food they are drawn towards one? The people of the negative mentality, very dull mentality, wishing the ill of others. Yatayamam
Yatayamam
Gatarasam
gatarasam.
Puti Pariyoshitam Chayat
Puti paryushitam chayata.
Uchishtam Apicha Medya
Uchishtam api chamedyam.
Bhojanam Tamasa Priyam.
Bhojas amasapriyam.
Yatayamam, very stale food, very long, cooked a long time back. Now also most of them that in the food what we buy in the ready to eat, kept in the freezer, and now also in Melbourne also it is available frozen dosa made in India, frozen idli made in India, frozen cooked rice made in India. It is also available. All you have to do is put it in 2 minutes in microwave, warm it and eat. Everything frozen. Everything frozen. There is yatha yamam, very old food. After 1 month, 2 months, in the deep freezer, they say that it can stay for 2 years, 3 years. It won't get spoiled. That is what we are drawn towards in the busy life. We are on the go. We are on the run all the time. We don't have time to cook. Many mothers also, they say, I have to leave home at 7 o'clock and I don't have time. I have a big freezer. I stuff my freezer with these frozen ones. In the evening I come and I heat it up and give it to my children. And you may be providing something to eat, but have you thought about what will happen to their mind? Don't you have time even for 10 minutes to cook? How much it will take to cook the rice at home? How much to take time to cook 1 or 2 vegetables at home? It's a matter of 10-15 minutes, 20 minutes maximum, or half an hour maximum you can have a good meal. But we think we take shortcut. Yathayamam, no, very old food. There is no nutrients. Gatarasam. Puti Pariyushitam. Amrit is doing food science masters. Something for you to ponder on that one. Your university may not be talking about this one. Something to do a research on these ones. Is it just a figment of imagination? It is mentioned in the Mahabharata or told by Lord Sri Krishna. It is or is there is any substance behind that one? You observe people who are eating only the ready to eat food. And how is their health, you observe. People now, especially in America, is very common, ready to eat. And I may be retired, I won't be doing anything, only quick. All I do is put it in the microwave for 2 minutes and eat. Just observe how the sharpness of their thinking, mind. Just observe how is their physical health and mental thinking. That is the observance. No medical, our universities, they are not talking about. They want all quick and easy. How to do that one? You observe yourself. People who are eating all the time, how is their mental framework? And how is their physical health? Yatha yamam gatarasam. No, it's nutrients. Puti pariyoshitam, very stale, stinky food. And some food and some seafood and all, people bring it to work and all, they eat so stinky food. and but they don't care about the stinkiness, but they enjoy. And so revolting, repulsive smell, but somehow I enjoy that one. Puti pariyushitam chayatam, uchishtam api chamedya, leftover food. Somebody has eaten and leftover, and I take from whatever leftover food from others' plate. And now, in the name of modernization, I am a very liberal person. I am we take ice cream and share it with my friend, and share the cup of coffee. I drink and share. And food I eat a bit, and same food after eating, chewing something, I give it to my friend. This one. I am a very liberal person. I am not a conservative. And sharing, in the name of sharing, and what I have eating from the same plate. We are very open society, in the same plate, and everyone eats, husband, wife and children, and everyone eating the saliva and putting that one, saliva and putting. Now at least Corona has alerted this one. Even the saliva, when you are eating, it may be, every human, himself or herself is like an atom bomb. That they are saying that stay away from human being. Everyone, not to shake hand, not to come in proximity of that person's talking. The breath or the sneeze, or everything can carry the germs. And that the shake hand and don't wear the same cloth. My cloth I change my socks and give it to others. Be mindful of this one. And this is the tamasic people, they do that one. They don't care. We are very liberal people. And yatayamam, very old, stale, stinky food, no nutrition. And for the modern terminology, frozen food, and years old, and uchishtam sharing the food from the same plate, and uchishtam api chamedhya bhojanam tamasa priyam. That type of food, the tamasic people, they take delight in that type of food. Sri Krishna, he brought out that how you have to be. And that is why in the traditionally, when you are eating that, when you take the food, you sit down, and many people they eat while on the move, while eating while driving or standing all the time. Many takeaways, and back in India also is very popular, eating standing in Bangalore, Darshini, all Darshini hotels, eat and eating, everything is standing. I don't have time to sit. It says, give respect to the food, sit down. Respect to the food, and you can give a respect by, you are not on the go. You sit down and eat the food. That is why that way you give respect to the food also. And even a buffet, in the name of buffet, in the marriages and functions, everything is standing. But now we have come far away from India. We have lost touch with the tradition. Now you all are taking so much of interest in Bhagavad Geeta. I want you to bring out a change. At home, you talk about this one. Talk to these ones to your children also. Educate them. And even if you go to the function, many temples, all buffet, standing. You make sure that what people don't care about what people will think. You sit down and eat. Pay respect to the food. And you eat. And then when you start paying respect to the food starts getting assimilated in the body well. I don't respect the food, and they say while eating not to be too chit-chatting. Have you observed, we would have observed in the buffet, everyone so busy talking and throwing something in my mind. I am not enjoying my food. Observe silence. I observe silence while eating. Enjoy the food. Now I have sat for eating. I am eating, not for talking. Talking is different, not to do many things in my life together. Now, when my food goes, I have to eat, chew the food well, so that the saliva gets generated well, let it get blended well with the food, that saliva helps in quick digestion. We had to, otherwise in the parties, if I go, and even in the scene in the place of worship also, everything standing and quick, they want you to go away, take and go away, and they say this is prasad. Prasada means not just has come from the temple. I don't call that one as a prasad. And many people, I told in the temples also, they give it in the plastic in the name of prasad. That is not prasad. What is prasad? The meaning of prasad, prasada eva. One, it gives the happiness to me, joy in me, it is called as prasad. Plastic food, what you eat, they say we don't have time to wash, eat and throw and go. It is not prasad. It may be coming from the temple. You reject that one. The prasad is the one when it is given with the right plate. It is okay, I will wash and I will sit down and eat. I enjoy. That prasad, you can have it at home also. When you do that one, and this afternoon I will talk about, and in the traditional, this one, there is a mantra to be spoken, that the cows, from the udder, the teats, 4 teats, you do this mudra. This is called as Surabhi mudra. I have mentioned in my book, Surabhi mudra or Dhenu mudra. It looks like 4 teats. You do this one, 4 fingers spread apart, and now in the right forefinger before left forefinger, right middle finger before left middle finger, right ring finger before left ring finger, right small finger before left small finger. Now you bring right forefinger to the left middle finger, right middle finger to the left middle finger, left forefinger, and so is right ring finger to the left small finger, and it comes like this. And thumbs together. Thumbs, it's a fire element. And I will talk about this one and this one. And Dhenu mudra, and it says, the mantra, tam amrite, amritanane, amritodbhave, amritaparshini, amritam, shravaya, swaha. This amrita, this nectar, the life force, may it flow into this food, that life force, may it enter into me. This food, what I am eating, it should nourish my personality. This food should not enter into me as a poison and enter into me as my death or disease. This food, this amrita, it's from here, from a Kamadhenu, the wish-yielding cows, udder, it is flowing into my food. This food enter into me, that nourish my personality. I want to live long. I want to live healthy. I want to live long. Why I have to live long? I have to do more sadhana. I have to do that one. For that, I should not be falling sick often again. Often, I should live healthy. For that, I need a right food. I should have a food which increases my health. Tam amrite, amritanane, amritodbhave, amritaparshini, amritam, shravaya, swaha. That is the 3 types of food I mentioned. And next week we'll touch upon yajna. Yajna, what is yajna? What is tapas? What is charity? I will talk about, and how people of various nature do the yajna, various nature do the tapas, various nature how they do the charity. I will touch upon that one. And this chapter we all can relate. In the 15th chapter I mentioned some of the things, metaphysical things, I may not be able to relate. Whereas in this one, everyone can relate to the things. It's very practical and everyone can relate to the things mentioned in this chapter. And thank you very much for people sending the recording of 15th chapter and 12th chapter. I am throwing my heart behind whatever I am teaching. I want you to also take interest in learning. If there is no interest, only for numbers, if you are attending, it is like I go to a temple, I go to put my attendance and come. That we have been doing, my parents were doing, grandparents were doing, going nowhere. No attendance is not important. What throw your heart, whatever you are doing, and it will be beneficial for your journey.